And the promise did come, and Abraham starts to see this is about family. And we were talking about it just, 2-3 weeks ago, that even with it being about family, the interesting thing is he had a nephew along whose name was Lot. And Lot didn't understand the family thing. Lot was all about Lot. And what happens? Uncle Abraham's getting rich as he's traveling. And I said, that is not natural. I travel hundreds of thousands of miles. And so far, I've never gotten richer on the way. It always costs me to get there. Yeah, you know, that's how traveling works, right? I mean, it costs you to get on the airplane. Sometimes it costs you to get off the airplane. It costs you to go through customs. It costs you every place you go, man. And so the interesting thing is, Abraham's traveling, and the further he goes, the wealthier he gets. And the interesting thing about that is, old Lot's traveling along, and the further he goes, the wealthier he gets. And Lot somehow decided it was all about Lot. Well, what happened? There's so much cattle that the land can't support both Lot's cattle and Abraham's cattle. So Abraham says, hey, we're not going to have this squabbling between our servants. Why don't you just choose what you would like to have here? Remember, all of it was Abraham's. It was his promise, but it was his family. And so to not have a squabble in the family, he says, you choose. And Lot, he was silly enough to think that his riches was going to support him and everything is going to be good from here on out because he's a wealthy man, yes? When you put your hope in riches, things don't go as you thought they might. And so Lot chooses the finest of the finest. And he says, that can work well for me. I'll take the lush valley. And you know the story. The story is, in a very short while, 5 kings came in and attacked these guys and took them off as captive. Well, what does Lot have now? Nothing. Yeah, he's a captive. He's a prisoner of war. What does a prisoner of war own? Nothing. They don't own the shoes on their feet, man. They don't own anything. And so Lot's being hauled off as a POW. You know, and Abraham didn't fly the black flag and say, oh, think about the POWs. He said, no, we're going to get them. And so he flew a different flag. He got his 300 and some guys together and said, we're going to rescue Lot. It wasn't about the dirtbag kings from down there. They were scum. It was about Lot. And you say, well, Lot was kind of a bit of a scum also. Well, yes, he was, but he was family. And so Abraham went and rescued Lot. And you know, we talked about this, but I just want to bring it to the forefront of your mind because I'm talking about family, and Abraham's doing everything he can, taking care of family. And that's really interesting to see because why? He had a word that it's about family. I'm telling you today, there's a word that it's about family. And the whole entire kingdom is about family. The kingdom was established for family. Jesus was sent to increase family. Abraham was a father of faith for what? To build family, to build a nation. Adam and Eve were here for what? To populate the earth, to build family. Why? So we can run with the King of Kings. And it's so exciting when you start seeing truth about it. And Abraham got a hold of it and he says, man, that's how it is. And he went and rescued Lot. And as I said, he went from being wealthy to being extremely wealthy because now he owned everything that all those kings were hauling off. But he was real careful with that because he realized something, that the mandate to build family already was making him wealthy. All he did was what God told him to do, and he got wealthier and wealthier. Kings were afraid of him for good reason. He just took over, half a dozen of them. That's why they were afraid of him. Said, boy, if this boy turns on us, we're history, you know, because he's stronger than we are. And so kings being afraid of Abraham, Abraham went and set these guys free. And coming back, as I said, the king of Sodom says, listen, you can keep all the stuff. He's acting like he's being real generous, but the guy's a POW. He doesn't own anything. But he's bold enough to say, you keep the stuff, I'll take the people. Abraham doesn't want the people of Sodom and Gomorrah. They're not family that he was called to. He wants to set Lot free, which he did. And when you set someone free, you don't tell them what they have to do. So he didn't tell Lot, say, listen, now you get your butt up here and live with me and everything will be all right. He said, no, Lot, you're a free man. What did Lot do? He moved back to Sodom and Gomorrah. Mercy, mercy. And so long story short, it didn't go well with him. but it went well with Abraham. I'm talking about family tonight. And so family did what? Family actually waged war, did they not? Yeah. Family set captives free. Yeah. Family set things in order. Yeah. And the one having it set in order from them didn't stay in order, but still family put it in order. Because Lot came back a free man. He can live where Lot wants to live. Where did he want to live? Back in the valley where the problems were. Well, surely it's not going to be a problem anymore. Those 5 kings are all taken care of, right? Yeah, right.